Hello, this is Rafiq Mansuri, and you're listening to the No Grace Period podcast on Friday, February 17th, broadcasting from Phoenix, Arizona. I hope everybody had a good day today. I just wanted to touch on a couple of things. Just the signs of the times, really. A couple of things been on my mind I wanted to talk about. Customer service is dead. If it's not dead, it's severely injured. It really is. I went to go take some money to the bank day before yesterday, and I had to use the restroom. Now, I'm not sure if it's a traditional thing all across the board for just banks not to have restrooms. But the whole plan was to drop this money off at the bank, use the bathroom real quick, and then get out of there so I can get to work. And, I go in, I'm about to make a deposit, and I'm like, hey, is there a restroom there? And the teller, it was two young ladies, tell me, no, there's no restrooms there. We're not a public restroom. Of course, the employees have a restroom, but no restroom for the patrons. So I'm filling out this deposit slip, and I just stopped. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm like, well, what if somebody had to come in here and talk to somebody about a home loan or a business loan or something that required them to sit in here for a significant period of time? What if people had to really spend some time in this building without a restroom? Somebody in the middle of filling out paperwork, and they got to go to the bathroom across the street at McDonald's, or they got to go down the street to Walmart or over to the grocery store to use the bathroom while they're in the middle of filling out important paperwork. They can't just go somewhere right there inside the bank, go to the bathroom real quick, come out, and then finish out their transaction. That irritated me to the point, I'm like, I explained that to the young ladies at the counter. I stopped filling out my deposit slip. I say, wait a minute, and I, mentioned to them the questions I just posed. And, the girl's real lackadaisical about it. Yeah, I know. And the one girl, she said, when I build a building, I make sure to put restrooms in there. I bank at Chase, and Chase has never had restrooms. And I said, yeah, but my account is here. My account is not at Chase. My account is here. And I feel like the whole attitude they took about, just my general feeling of being displeased as a customer. The attitude that the girls took was like me having to go to the bathroom and basically having to hold it while I'm at the counter. They didn't care, So at that point, I'm like, you know what? Replace their ass with robots. And seriously, and that's the turn I'm taking right now. Anybody that's in the customer service capacity that don't want to have any type of empathy for their customers, replace them with a fucking robot. Excuse my French, but seriously, because we work too hard. We spend our money with these institutions, with these corporations, and in return, all we want is a satisfactory experience. That's it. That goes for fast food. That goes for the bank. That goes for the grocery store. That goes for, going to DMV and having to handle stuff with your license. Any customer-facing position where the people at the counter acting like they got an attitude and really don't want to be bothered with the patrons, Get their ass up out of there. Get them up out of there. And either replace them with somebody that actually has a pleasant demeanor and has empathy, or fuck, put some robots up in there. I'm for it. Some people say, you know what? Nah, don't talk about that, because then people won't have jobs and everything, and you know, the robots will be taking over, and not somebody that could be making rent money and stuff like that, and that's wrong. Nah, man, listen here. They are already replacing fast food workers in some states with robots. You know, when you go into the restaurant, or matter of fact, I don't even think you go in. I have to look and see. I think you either go in or you just go through the drive-through. But whatever the case may be, that business model is already in motion. It's already in motion. And then with the advent of AI, you know, artificial intelligence being like in full swing right now, people gotta understand. You working customer service. If you a bank teller, if you any customer facing position, you work at the auto parts counter or whatever, you better treat your customers with some damn respect. Seriously, because it's getting to the point now where you can be replaced. And when I say you, I'm speaking about people in those types of positions. You know, they could be replaced. People work too hard. We deal with too much to get the little money that we get to go spend our money and try to handle our business and not be treated a certain way. You know, it's like insult to injury. That's how you lose customers. That's how you lose business. And this bank don't have the best reputation any damn way. You know, I could have really took it there with this lady. I could have took it there, right there at the counter, but I had a few people behind me, and I'm not a jerk. I'm not going to hold them up because she's acting like an idiot, like an airhead, you know. But overall, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that's just had experience in recent years in certain business transactions where like the level of customer service is just, it has deteriorated. You know what I mean? Like it don't, you don't feel welcome. You don't feel welcome, and you feel like your concerns as a customer are not important to the people working for, you know, whatever store or company that you're dealing with. Same thing when you call into customer service, right? When you call into a company for customer service, to get in contact with a human, with some of these companies, it's damn near impossible to get in contact with a human being to ask questions, handle grievances, make a payment, dispute a payment, right? Like, you may have important questions that the telephone prompts might not cover what you're calling for. You might be calling for something that requires a human to hear what you're saying and take action based on your specific your specific situation. You know, some of these telephone systems, it's like they give you a limited number of options, and if you don't select numbers 1 through 5, shit, the system will, thanks for calling, have a great day, bye, it'll hang up on you. Or like when you're trying to call the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, and or the IRS. Now I have to give it to the IRS. The last time I called the IRS, I did not have to wait all day. And the lady that I got was very sweet. See, she was pleasant. So props to the IRS, at least on that day. Maybe I called early enough in the day and I just looked up and got her, and she was real pleasant, real cool. And she answered my tax questions to my satisfaction. I left that call feeling real good. That's the IRS. Normally, you could be on the phone, 45 minutes, an hour, waiting on somebody to come to the phone with the IRS. And the same thing with the credit bureaus. Now, the credit bureaus pissed me off because I caught them in a lie recently. I think it was a rep at Equifax or something. I asked them, I said, how do you get information on a person's bankruptcy? And that fool told me, the bankruptcy court should report that information directly to the credit bureaus. And that was a bold-faced lie, because when you go to the bankruptcy court website, they specifically state on their website that they do not provide bankruptcy information, like bankruptcy case information or bankruptcy status, to the credit bureaus. It's right there on the bankruptcy court website for, at least for my city, for Phoenix. So, dude, he told me a lie. Straight up told me a lie. But that's, the whole credit thing, that's, maybe I'll save that for another episode. But the wait time to get through to some of these companies, or the lack of the option to get in contact with a human being altogether. That's another thing you run into, where you got some of these little ride share companies or stuff like that, where it might be difficult for you to even get in contact with a human. You got to send them an email or do the little online chat, automated chat type thing, or customer service has been outsourced to the Philippines or somewhere where English is not the first language. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a world thinker, and, it's not about me having a problem with another language, but when I'm trying to handle business and I'm dealing with somebody that they don't know what I'm saying and I can't understand what they're saying, that's a problem. That's a problem. I'm trying to explain A, B, C, D. They're having trouble understanding me. And then when they talking, the accent is so heavy, I can't understand them. That's not a good transaction. That's not a good transaction. I'm asking to speak to the supervisor at that point. Like, get me somebody on the phone where I can state my business and get some help with what I need help with. Right? So that's the age we living in right now. I just think customer service is so important, yet there's such a lack of it right now. And it makes it to the point to where when outstanding customer service is provided, you remember that like for the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes. Like, seriously, depending on what the situation was, you might have been going to purchase a car or, something big where the way that you're treated by the company makes the difference between you buying that product or you buying that service or walking the hell up out of there. Like, seriously, like, look, I'm coming to handle ABC. I don't expect you to kneel down and kiss my feet or kiss my ring or nothing like that. But I'm patronizing your company. I got other options. We all have other options where we can go shop. We can go get services from, things like that. So just try to, have some courtesy, some empathy if needed. I like you give a damn about coming to work today. Hi, how are you? Smile. You know what I mean? I don't want to. Another thing, when you walk into a store and the workers there, they might be on their cell phone, texting on social media, whatever, or joking and stuff with each other, and just walking around, looking at the ceiling or whatever the hell, but they don't acknowledge you. That's an irritating thing. You walk into the store to spend your money, and in some cases, you're going to spend some good money. You want to go in the store. You want to spend some good money. You might be going to buy some sneakers. You might be going to buy some clothes, a purse, some electronics, whatever the case may be. You go in there, you're ready to spend some money. And you look around, nobody acknowledged you when you walked in, nobody smiled at you, nobody talked to you. It's like you don't matter. Like, help yourself. Talk to us when it's time to ring it up. That's an irritating thing. Or here go another one. Well, you probably have noticed this one as well. You go to Target or you go to Walmart, right? And you go to the electronics department. And a couple of scenarios happen back there. Either it's only one cashier with hella people back there waiting to get helped. It's people all over in like the different aisles and everything. They need assistance. And it's only one person back there. It's not only is it only one person back there, but it's only one person that's authorized to work in that department. Meanwhile, you got somebody over here looking at iPads. You got somebody looking at cameras, video games, TVs. People need assistance. And it's only one person back there. Or it's nobody back there at all. It's nobody back there at all. And you just got people back there waiting. And waiting and waiting and waiting for assistance. Or another one. At a particular Walmart in my area during a time where my children were really small. They were still babies. My boys were little and they needed baby formula. Well, this Walmart has the baby formula locked up inside of a glass case, right? And you have to push this little button, like this little, I guess, buzzer or whatever, for somebody to come over with the key to open up the case. You can let them know, hey, I need that formula right there. I need that baby food or, whatever. And you waiting over there like 15, 20 damn minutes for somebody to come over and open the case. And it's people, it's workers walking by. I guess they work in other departments or whatever. They see like 4 or 5 people standing over here by this glass case waiting to get baby food up out of there. And it's workers just walking by like there's nobody there. Nobody stops to say, I'm sorry, you guys. Let me get somebody over here to open this case. so you guys can get what you need and go check out. No, they just walk by you like you're invisible. Not my concern. That's not my department. Doesn't affect me. So, there's various examples today where we go to these places, to these stores, restaurants, or what have you, and the customer service falls short. Before I forget, there's another one. You go to a fast food place, which I try to avoid with every fiber of my being. I really try to avoid fast food altogether. But you go to a fast food place and you ask for, let's just say you ask for your burger with light ketchup, right? Hey, I want a double cheeseburger, light ketchup, light mustard, please. Okay? You get your burger back and the damn thing is smothered in ketchup and mustard. And sometimes you've already taken the food and driven down the street. You know what I mean? Don't forget to check your food. Sometimes we got stuff to do and you forget to check it, and you then hopped in the car, drove halfway down the block. You finally get a chance to look at your food, and the very thing you asked not to be on there, a whole lot of it not to be on there, is smothered in it. Like somebody said, you know what? F you. You want light ketchup, you want light mustard, I'm going to put the whole damn bottle on there just because you didn't want much. Have a nice day. Smack on that ketchup and mustard. It's crazy. It's crazy. We spend our money in these places and don't get treated right sometimes. So again, I say, hey, you got a problem with customers? You don't like customers? You don't like your job? Get another job. Go somewhere and shovel some damn gravel or something. Don't deal with customers. And when a robot takes your damn job, don't be mad. Don't be mad at iRobot. Don't be mad. Treat customers better. And you'd be surprised how good you get treated in return. And that goes out to the customer service workers out there. Anybody providing customer service, anyone in a customer-facing position. Customers are important. We keep businesses running. Without the customer, the business don't run. Remember that. My name is Rafiq Mansouri. I appreciate your time, and as always, thanks for listening. Have a great night.